How were you educated? That's a question I get sometimes. And again, there are no easy answers. I'd like to tell people that I have a master's degree in literature or some other fancy sounding title that I could add to my name, but I don't, and that's okay. That doesn't have anything to do with education. Being educated is a very personal pursuit, and I took mine very seriously. I never attended public school. I was homeschooled, and when I had finished the 5th grade, there was too much work at home, and there was not enough hands to be able to help out, and so I was taken out of my homeschool education and put to work, which in a way is an education in and of itself. Just not academic or scholastic, but it is part of education. It's part of life. It's part of learning. And I don't think there's anything in this world that can stop someone from becoming educated and learning and expanding their intelligence. I don't think there's anything that can stop someone from doing that if they truly desire it. And we've seen it time and again in historical figures. Abraham Lincoln is a good example of someone who didn't let his poverty and his lack of access to books and learning and education stop him in any of his pursuits, and he ended up being the President of the United States. There are no obstacles, only the ones that we perceive in our own mind. My education began at birth, and I took everything and I tucked it away into a file, and I learned from it. When I was pulled out of school, I realized that I was never going to receive any more formal education. I knew I would get married and have children right away if that was possible, and I would not have the opportunity to attend a college or gain any kind of higher education, let alone receive a high school diploma or have any of those particular examples of our education in today's society. I just read. I read newspapers. I didn't have access to books, particularly any novels. Nothing like that was allowed. There were a few novels that were read in school as part of our curriculum, doing book reports and learning reading comprehension and such. But to just read novels for the sheer entertainment and pleasure of it was not permitted. And we didn't have access to them. But we did get the newspaper, and I read the newspaper. And there was a dictionary, and I read the dictionary. I read the backs of food cartons. I read labels on packages. I read the ingredient listing on the bottles of shampoo in the shower. I read everything. And I just tucked it away in a little compartment. And I never forgot it. And I think having my formal education denied me fostered a deep hunger to find information and learning and expansion anywhere and everywhere. And being self-educated is the only kind of education that there is. I currently have 2 children in high school. They're attending a charter school. And I see all the opportunities that they have to learn, and the curriculum is just wonderful. And the things that they bring home for homework, I'm jealous. I want to do their assignments. I think they're fascinating. And I can see that it doesn't mean the same thing to them. They're learning, and they'll gain everything that they need from that experience. But I can see the value of having my education cut short and how it created a desire to teach myself And in doing so, I found that there were no obstacles, that there was nothing in my way. And there is nothing in any of our way.